Hi, I'm Jean-Luc and welcome to week 6 of Crescent Rows. That is some good pudding. So this week I started working on some of the bigger stuff, which means that while I don't have as many things to show you, rest assured I worked many hours on this, so enjoy. So I got to the barrel this week, and it ended up being quite a challenge because rather than doing it in separate pieces like I originally planned, I had just one giant piece of plywood to deal with. So in order to create the look of the barrel, what I ended up doing was drilling 2 holes next to each other and then using a little saw to just kind of chisel away in between them in order to create that desired hole shape that I was looking for. Then I just repeated that process over and over again until I had the entire barrel done. Now plywood is just layers of wood glued together, so I ended up just chipping away at the top layer in order to create the proper depth that I needed around the holes. Finally, to create the top barrel part, I ended up just carving around the edges of the piece of plywood to kind of give it the illusion that it is more cylinder than it originally started. Now I finally started working on the blade this week. Now to hold it all together, it has to be one giant piece as opposed to multiple separate pieces, otherwise it's just going to all fall apart. This is something I of course learned when working on the gun. So originally I was going to make each side of the blade out of 1/2 inch MDF, but thinking about it I realized that it would just be far too top heavy and the entire thing would collapse. So I decided to scale everything down and instead make it out of 1/4 inch instead. While this isn't accurate to my original design, thinking about it, I'm actually pretty okay with it. If you look at the show, you'll see the blades are very thin, so really the thickness of them is kind of inconsistent, which in this case actually benefits me. So I cut out my whole base shape and then cut all the detail shapes as well, and then just glued everything together. As you can see, everything has the proper depth I've wanted, and it actually looks pretty good. And that's it for this week. Thanks for watching, and tune in next week for week 7 of me building Crescent Rows. Wow. Week 7. I need to finish this thing.